Somewhere in your phone, there is a number 50 lakh, 1 crore, maybe 5. The number. The one where you stop working and life finally begins. That number has a name. It is a corpus. Tonight, 4 of them sit the same exam 50 lakh, 1 crore, 2 crore, 5 crore. 2 questions each. What does this corpus earn you? And where does it stand among Indians? The answers are not what the number promises. One of these 4 cannot pay for a family's basic necessities. One of them, India's own income ladder, refuses to call middle class. And the 5 crore penthouse on that poster actually starts around 6. Here is tonight's twist. You learn the exam before they take it. 5 questions. Learn them well. Because at the end, your own corpus sits this exam too. There are 2 honest ways to look at what money buys you. The first asks what your money lets you stop fearing, and that one is the 5 freedoms. The second asks where your money places you among Indians, and that one is the India ladder, which stays in its box until later tonight. 5 questions first. They come from 1 month in one home. Meet Dev, 45, Priya and Anaya, 9. Watch their month. Question 1 begins with a basket. The government measured what 2,61,000 urban households actually spend. Strip it to necessities, and for a family of 3, that basket costs nearly 15,000 rupees a month. And notice what is missing. Rent. This exam assumes the house is paid for. So if you rent, drop everything by 1 floor. Question 1. Bills. Can the money pay for a normal month? Hold on to that 15,000. Question 2 arrives at 2 in the morning when Anaya's fever will not break. Hospital prices inflate about 3 times faster than your groceries, and about half of urban India walks into that corridor with no health cover at all. Question 2. Shock. Does the money survive the hospital? Question 3 lives on the fridge. A trip form signed today or quietly next month. A normal urban month for 3, everything in, costs about 23,000 rupees. Subtract the necessities and roughly 8,000 is left for everything else. School fees, the trip, the small yes. That is where life lives, in 8,000 rupees. Question 3. Wants. After the needs, is anything left? Question 4 is a race. A retired household's income rises about 4.5% a year, while 7 out of 10 parents report school fees climb 30 to 80% in 3 years. That race is not close. Question 4. Future. Does the money still work in 30 years or only in year 1? Question 5 is the one nobody warns you about. India's best guaranteed rate for retirees is 8.2%, and Dev reads the brass plate on that door. 60. He is 45, and even then it is 30 lakh per person, not a rupee more. Question 5. Access. Will India's best schemes even let your money in? Say them once, out loud. Bills. Shock, wants, future, access. Green means yes, half means partially, dark means no. Now, the showdown you were promised. A number only takes this exam as a corpus. You feed it your savings once, and it earns your family a salary forever. And everything depends on one dial. How hard can you run it without breaking it? The internet answers instantly. Multiply your yearly spending by 25, withdraw 4%, done. That rule was written in October 1994 by William Bengen, an American planner testing American markets. Then somebody ran Indian money through it. 2 studies, same answer. Not 4%, 3 to 3.5. So the dial is set at the India safe 3%. 2 ground rules. Tonight, the corpus is the family's only income. So pension, EPF or rent you receive climbs you a rung for free. And everything here is an illustration at current rates in 2026. Education, not advice. Candidate 1. 50 lakh. More money than most Indian families will ever hold in one place. The corpus earns 12,500 a month and the basket needs nearly 15. 84% of the necessities, 0% of everything else. Bills, dark. Shock, there is no spare rupee. So the hospital bill breaks the corpus open. And a broken corpus earns less forever. Dark. Wants dark, future dark. And access, the bitter joke. India schemes could hold every rupee of 50 lakh at 60. Dark. 0 out of 5. 50 lakh is not freedom, it is a cushion. Then we keep going. Candidate 2, 1 crore. The number. 25,000 a month. The full month was about 23. So for the first time tonight, the corpus clears it. Green. Remember this feeling. It took a full crore to buy it. Beta, this 3% of yours is cowardice. RBI bonds are paying 8.05. Your crore should earn double. And here is the part no finance video will admit. He is almost right. 1 crore in RBI floating rate bonds earns 67,000 a month. And under the new tax regime, as the household's only income, the tax on that is 0. For one glorious second, the ladder looks solved. Now read the bond. Locked 7 years. The rate floats. And that check never gets a raise, while prices climb 4.5% every year. Subtract inflation, and the mighty 8 is really about 3.6. He did not find a loophole. He found a costume. The other lamps? Shock is half, surviving the corridor once against a cover that stands still. Wants dark, future dark. And access, because that door still says 60. So 25 lakh of this crore sleeps outside. Dark. 1.5 out of 5. Comfort, not safety. Again, candidate 3. 2 crore, 50,000 a month. Bills, more than double the average urban month. Green. Wants. In October, they take a holiday that is not somebody's wedding, and Anaya gets her first aeroplane window. For the first time tonight, the money stops saying no. Green. Shock? It absorbs the bill, but that curve is still compounding out there. Half. And future? 2 men retire the same morning with 2 crore each. Same average return. 1 into a kind decade and 1 into a crash. The first 10 years decide 3/4 of the outcome. Same average, different order, different life. Half. The 8.2, sir? 60. Fine. Give the schemes their best case. Say Dev and Priya were both 60 today. Senior citizen savings, 30 lakh each, the scheme's own ceiling, plus the post office scheme, 15 lakh joint. 75 lakh deployed and out comes 50,250 a month. The ceiling of guaranteed income in this country. Now look at Dev's corpus. 2 crore at the India Safe dial, 50,000. He climbed an entire crore past that couple and landed 250 rupees away. One honest difference. Their 50,250 is frozen, and his 50,000 rises with prices. Money that keeps up. And 1 crore 25 lakh of his has no guaranteed door at all. Dark, 3 out of 5. Safe, not free. And you do not arrive at a rung. You move in, and it becomes the floor you measure from. 2 crore was the dream. Now it is Tuesday. Climb. Candidate 4. 5 crore, the thumbnail number. 1,25,000 a month. Bills, wants, shock, future. Green, 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 green. The money stops choosing for the family at all. And access? 85% of this corpus has nowhere guaranteed to go. The schemes that could have held every rupee of the 50 lakh family's money will take 15% of this one's. The richest corpus is the most homeless. Dark. And that fifth lamp was dark at every single level. Nobody gets 5 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Free. Still not rich. Still not rich. 1,25,000 a month. And I just said not rich. 4 corpuses. 20 lamps. And 1 row that never lit. Not once. Access. 0 out of 4. Before you decide that row is broken, look at what I asked it. I asked whether any of these corpuses could reach a door that guarantees an income. At 45, the answer is no, at every level. Because those doors open on a birthday, not on a balance. That is one true question about doors. There are 4 kinds of wall. A cap says how much you may put in. A birthday says when you may come. A contribution box says how fast you may fill it. And a minimum says how much you need before the door exists at all. The first 3 shut as your corpus grows. The 4th one opens. 50 lakh opens the first door in India that asks for a corpus instead of a decision. A portfolio management service. Minimum 50 lakh. 1 crore opens the alternative investment funds. Minimum 1 crore. 2 crore opens nothing. Not one new door. And 5 crore opens nothing either. Not until 25 crore. Now look the other way. At 50 lakh, nothing has fallen out. At 1 crore, 25 lakh is sitting outside the guaranteed ceiling. At 2 crore, 1 crore 25. At 5 crore, 4 crore 25. 85% of the corpus outside. So the number of doors that will take all of your money falls at every rung. And the number that will take a slice of it rises. Someone is already typing that the RBI floating rate bond has no upper limit. They are right. And it is the honest exception. It will take every rupee of the 5 crore. It also resets its coupon every 6 months, locks the money for 7 years, is taxed at your slab, and promises nothing at all about prices. A door with no ceiling and no floor either. And the doors that do open at the top are not free. On the fee structure the regulator itself uses to illustrate, a portfolio service charges 2% a year, plus a fifth of the gains above a hurdle. Run 50 lakh for 10 years, and just to draw level with an index fund anyone can buy, it has to beat the market by more than 2% every year for 10 years. The fee is certain, the edge is not. And these gates are not there to hoard something good. The regulator raised them because concentrated portfolios were being sold to people who could not survive them. Low minimums are not the same as safe either. Digital gold starts at 1 rupee, and the regulator says plainly that it sits outside its protection altogether. And the strangest rule of all, every one of those minimums is waived for accredited investors. People with 2 crore of income or 7.5 crore of net worth. You have to be rich enough to be allowed to invest small. So here is that fifth lamp, honestly. The doors that guarantee run out as you climb. The doors that open instead ask you to pay for a promise. And the one door nobody ever had to qualify for. The index fund you can start with 250 rupees a month was open the entire time. The exam only knows what money permits. For the rest, we need the second instrument, the one that knows where you stand. The India ladder, the number in your phone. It was never one number. It was 5 lamps. What your money permits and what it still cannot buy you at any level. Nobody can take that instrument away from you now. And is the climb worth it? Sweden ran the cruelest possible test. 3,000 lottery winners followed 22 years. The money durably changed how people answered one question. How is your life going? And 10 years on, it had not faded. What it barely touched was Tuesday afternoon. The mood. The small hours. With one line of fine print. Money keeps helping. Unless the thing that is wrong is not money. 30 years from now, Dev stands on a balcony. Not the poster's balcony. His. Paid for. Your turn. Bills. Shock. Wants. Future. Access. Run your own money through them and type the name of the first lamp your money fails. One word. That word is your next goal, and I am reading every comment. And the other question, the one this exam cannot answer. Where does your corpus stand among Indians? India's own researchers sort every household into 8 classes by income. And 1 crore has a name on that list. It is going to sting. That is the next video.